This is New York Nightly News with Chuck Scarborough, live on New York Nonstop.
Despite the protests it sparked and the traffic nightmare it's causing for New Yorkers, the United Nations is ultimately about bringing peace to the world. And whether you knew it, today is the UN's International Day of Peace. And Iraqi-American musician Stephan is here to tell us how music and difrent.org are trying to spread a little peace. Stephan, thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's be clear here, difrent, D-I-F-R-E-N-T.org. Explain that to me.
Well, I mean, it's all about trying to create a global movement for music for social change. So we've started difrent.org, which is a broadcasting platform for music for social change to bring together artists and organizations for music that's a part of initiatives making a better world all the time. And the reason we chose different and changed the spelling was to be a sign and an embodiment for our generation of being the change as opposed to just being different. As a word, we wanted to change the word itself to show that change in reality.
Right. Now, you're a musician yourself. Give us some examples of some of the other musicians who are taking part or contributing or participating.
Well, you know, we've set up more than ever now, more and more artists are starting to use music for social causes to speak up. You know, Alicia Keys is working with Keep a Child Alive. Nas and Damian Marley just released an album that they're using to help build schools in Africa. The Roots and John Legend are releasing an album today. Has been hooked up to try to create awareness, and you know, it's just a really positive thing that this is happening.
And we're looking at some video here as you put together some of this, I see.
Yeah.
Who's responding to it? You're trying to reach young people in particular? Who are you trying to
Well, the main thing is actually not just to reach young people, but is to engage them. By creating a site, a one-stop, where people can get all kinds of artists that are doing this, we go beyond just individual, isolated incidents to creating a generational identity that's on a move to make a better world. And then children, youth from all over the world, by working with UN model schools and so forth, can have a curriculum. They can go to the site and then start to create their own music and videos for social change. Because if we hear their voices, the majority of youth that want a more peaceful and just, equal world and a sustainable environment, then we can win. You know, they're out there, they want their voices heard, but they don't have a platform. So on Different, we don't just showcase known artists, but we offer a place where youth all around the world can upload their own songs, their own videos, so that they can get recognized and we can hear them.
You've been trying to bridge these gaps with your work. The backdrop for the UN General Assembly, of course, is this ongoing debate in Lower Manhattan about the proposed Islamic Center and really highlighting just division, I would say. Have you any thoughts on that? And have you thought that, hey, maybe we've got to address this as well with our efforts?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think that obviously, you know, 9/11 and Ground Zero have become a bastion for all religions and people of all walks and cultures and societies searching for a kind of a spiritual awakening to understand how we might bridge the gaps and create this more equal world. And I think that that's going to happen by us elevating the voices of those that are taking a stand for a more just society. And I think that's actually the main reason why we really want to have a community center there that's going to elevate the voices of that majority of, for example, Muslims as well as Jews and Christians who are taking a stand for that peace.
All right, Stephan, say difrent.org.
That's correct.
Check it out. Thank you for coming.
All right, pleasure.